The police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think.
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good...
They were
I haven't had...
Note this.
Doctor.
No, Rev.
In that...
Oh, it would...
Yeah, what?
Very... A bottle of whiskey. The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. The fingers have...
His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't.
So...
His stomach is...
So... A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man. His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration. You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth. My dear friend, everything points to this man having
That's His chest has been lacerated, I would say. You can see
his mouth.
You can see by
His mouth.
his feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You? But what does it matter, Holmes?
A finger. Apparently it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful. This poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free... These burns are terrible.
My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
Something is missing here.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing. A broken file and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew. Chemical components, I think.
This stove is filled to overflow.
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, it would seem...
There is blood. This paperweight was used to crush the victim's fingers. Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson. Closed. This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
The bishop's bedroom. It is very...
You have no right.
What should we do next?
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson. Footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of it.
Yes.
We will begin by... I need something. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail... A fragment of stone. Peculiar. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe. Size 9. Size 9. Size 9.5. Size 9. Size 9.5. I cannot leave now.
What do you think, Holmes?
This print came from this hobnail boots. Well, hobnail boots like those worn. That's not right. Start again. That's not right. Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks. Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.